Hello, my name is Shadley, and welcome back for another episode of Colombian Space Initiative Supreme Ruler Ultimate. And in previous episode we did do our landing in Cuba, I believe. And we captured a fair chunk of it, I've now captured the rest of it between the episodes. I'm skipped a little bit forward once again, so we've gotten a few more texts. So we've got the Tomorrow military vessels, and let me actually open the research in here, so that would be quite a bit down here. Come on, I should be able to find it relatively easy. Oh, that's all the tanks. Right, so Tomorrow military vessels, that unlocks another ship tech knowledge. Then we got the holometric projectors, which I believe is not in this category, but rather would be probably in science. Maybe? No, it's not in science. Well, anyway, that's another prerequisite tech for somewhere down the line. We'll get a bit more on the. It's going to be the advanced input systems for the race for the Mars, and then electromagnetic catapults, which is the carrier tech, and then advanced facility defenses, which gives extra defensiveness for all the facilities by like 40% or something like that, which is not bad. So it means that not everything is destroyed quite as easily. But those are the techs that we got. We're about to get the advanced combat aircraft in this episode, and what we expanded is, well, we expanded a little bit over here. We got a defensive line on the road and the railway there, and we started building up some barracks and supply depots near the field over here in Las Vegas, just so that we can have a bit more troops there. I've been gathering up a bit more troops here in the West in general, because I do want to take LA and San Diego, and of course, we'll probably start with Mexicali and this region here, then we'll move towards San Diego and all that. There is going to be a lot of planes in here, I reckon, so that's going to be somewhat of an issue. And then the peninsula over here is going to be quite difficult to get, because there's basically no supplies in there. So we're going to have to do a landing there. But first things first, actually, what we're going to do is we'll gather up some crows over here. We can load them into there. There we go. How much more can you carry? Not much. Okay, this is going to have to do then. What we're going to do is I'm going to get you over there. May need to send something else to assist with that, perhaps. And you can be transported over to here in Georgetown. Is that the Cayman Islands? I believe it is. Could be mistaken, but sounds familiar. So we're going to do a landing over here, take Jamaica, and then we'll probably do a landing in Puerto Rico as well at some point once we've dealt with that, and then retake Bahamas, and maybe do a landing in Florida. Who knows? Although that's going to require a lot more troops. But now that we've got that more or less underway, we have gotten a bit more artillery by the looks of it. I'm just going to keep those producing for the time being, though. Oh, we've got another infantry. We can send you down west. Is that is a crow? We have more crows underway, actually. That's also a crow that we can gather up there. Let's start moving some of the tanks across the river. That's probably going to activate a lot of the enemy air force, so we don't want to go too far in. Mostly because, well, we've got a decent chunk of air defense in here, but it does require for the enemy air force to actually attack us first, or get in closer before we can shoot them down. So we've got the advanced combat aircraft, so that unlocks the advanced or future helicopter designs, which is relatively expensive, but it's manageable. And then there's the future stealth fighters, which is a bit more expensive, but also takes a bit longer time to research. In terms of money, we're still doing okay-ish, although I think... Oh, wow, we actually lost a lot of money there. Did we start building something, maybe? Or is there some problems with the sales? Let's actually have a look. We did not sell something. I'm not entirely sure which one, but there was something that we didn't sell at all. Oh, uranium. Or maybe something else as well. Let's see. The goods we did sell. Although the amount of money that we're getting from consumer goods has kept going down, which is certainly a problem. But we got the tanks here. I suppose what we could do is we could try and attack Brawley a little bit, and there seems to be some enemy air force moving about here because we're firing on a lot of things. Also, is there... Oh, there's more down here. Oh, right, did I actually... No, I didn't. But let's go ahead and take the industrial complex there now. Now, luckily we've got a lot of air force in the region, so that is going to help a long way in keeping things safe. We've got some extra tanks here that we might as well utilize in attacking further north. Colorado Springs would be nice to have, and then we can go towards Denver. And I suppose we can try attacking Brawley. We don't have artillery support really for that battle yet, at least. I suppose we could get you slightly closer. We've got the Crows over here that I suppose we could actually send them to assist in that combat, because the Crows, while they do take a lot of damage along the way, but they don't take that much more damage than the infantry does. And actually, I don't think they take as much damage than the infantry does. Where's the transport? Still just leaving. The other transports are going to get there first, but that's fine. So let's focus on this. But these can keep on fighting for a long while, which is a nice thing about them. Let's get these into combat. They do a decent damage in close quarters combat, so with the help of these we should be able to destroy the garrison. Oh, I have two destroyed in... Oh, I see. Yeah, we did retreat a little bit there, but I guess... Oh, that was the damage one. Okay, so that didn't really have chance of retreating, did it? There's a lot of enemy troops in here that we need to destroy. I'm gonna try to do that for the time being, and then over here we got garrison defending. We got 2 units over here. I think we are gonna move down this way. Still losing quite a bit of money though, although it's actually probably more or less the same day's thing still. But we may need to lower the research cost a little bit, so efficiency is currently 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to lower it to 10% again. It's not going to be that massive impact on the research speed, but it does have quite an impact on our budget. So we need to save as much as we can over there. Ooh, the Crows needs to retreat. One of them anyway. We did destroy one of the garrisons at least. Getting some air force into assisting here, and these two should probably go get some repairs already over there. Hey, we destroyed one of them. How are we doing the combat now? The Crows still taking some damage. The tanks are not resupplying, so let's pull them back a little bit. Is there any supplies in here? Not really, so we may need to pull all of these back now. That's probably for the best. I mean, we did destroy 2 of the garrisons. With a little bit of preparation, we can try another attack. Oh, we've got a lot of infantry in here if need be. Do we have garrisons in there? We've got 2. That would be enough to stop an enemy attack. Oh, they got tanks approaching. Let's gather up. We shall have the assist from our artillery, at least, in this combat. At least we should have. Come on, fire on it. Oh, we got 1 hit there, but that didn't do much damage. But over here we've got a massive amount of troops, but... Well, I suppose we could attack there. That is barracks. Let's see if we can get some more infantry to entrench in there. We can send these tanks out. Take out the barracks there. What's it called? 29 palms. Okay. We'll wait for the infantry to actually arrive there. We've got plenty of anti-aircraft gun capabilities in here, and plus we got some fighters moving in to assist, protect the space nearby. Okay, the infantry has arrived. Time to do an attack. Oh, well, we shot one of them down. There's a lot of garrisons, but with some luck we should be able to destroy them to the last man. There we go. Now we'll just set up camp there for the time being. We'll probably entrench there. It's not necessarily the best place to be in, but we can repair there. And we can do a lot of damage on the enemies. Have we resupplied in there? We have, more or less. Should be getting a bit more troops though. Do we have any... Got Crow moving in over there. Do we have more Crows around Mexico? Not right now. Not ones that have been built anyway. Built recently. We've got some infantry moving down here if need be, and the transport is still on its way. Should be able to get their troops here soon enough though. We'll just unload to the peninsula there. Take the one city first, and then we'll just move along the path there. And bring in some reinforcements as well if need be. Right, that seems to be... Oh, yeah. Some air force. I don't think we have actually the range on a lot of the air units down here is the problem, and the supplies on this area over here are just so terrible that I suppose if I was to move these on the other side of the river, it might work better. At least in terms of supplies and all that. Okay, so we got that underway. Did we start building? No, we didn't actually start building any air defense there. Alright then. Lost some more territory, probably over here. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Well, at least we did lose that one there quite recently. Okay, let's gather up the infantry in here, because we do that out of the garrison, we'll still have some troops over here to kind of punch against the enemies if they try to attack. Sending the infantry over there, that is still only 2 garrison. So you should be fine. I'll let these rest for another assault later. Oh, are we going to shoot that down? Well, our Air Force got there quite nicely, but no, we didn't quite destroy it. A lot of damaging, but not quite destroying, unfortunately. We'll bring in a bit more tanks down there. Chess is pushing forward, and over here the infantry is about to be in position. Let's check Brawley once again. I suppose what I could do is I could move these all the way there, although I'm not entirely sure how much it's gonna lower the range. Not really at all, although if there's something attacking from here, it is gonna help a little bit. And now we are making money again. Not massive amounts, but enough that it makes a difference. Because we lower the research funding. The research projects are rather expensive, most of them. So that's kind of why we can't keep up with the full price. And since the world market is kind of not in a good shape. Now, to be fair, that is mostly because of us. But that is still the truth, it's not in a good shape. I believe we just got another crow here. At least it looks like a crow. Yep, it is a crow. Get some more troops in here to do a bit more combat. So that's 6 units. Let's move in the tank there. Moving the crow to be in assistance or assisting position. So we can switch it out. And there we go. With the firepower, that is switching hands rather soon, I reckon. We can transport you over the river. Although some of you will actually do a landing through there. Another one will go around. Okay, let's send the infantry there. I'm going to switch one of the crows around. It's gotten... Actually, no, it hasn't gotten experience. It's a tank that had the Bronze Star there. Okay, one by one. They are going down. Good. And the crow still has combat time, so you can just move in there. Excellent. Now we got ourselves another barracks. We can park you on the railway. Do we have supplies in here? I think we have a tiny... Oh, we got 14% actually. That's not too bad. We can send these two to Mexicali. And the rest of these can go protect the northern village there. We've got some artillery over here. Is it actually bombarding? Yeah, it is. Okay, well let's go ahead and start repairing these automatically. I can hear some air combat somewhere. It sounds like it's over here. I'll probably move you a bit forward. These two are still over here. They are trying to move. Not very effectively by the looks of it. We've got some of the old mechanized in here which are not quite as good. Oh, we actually got another. Let's just gather you up there then. So you're out of the way. Do we have any... No, we don't have any air guns over there. I suppose what I could do is I could send at least one of them into Las Vegas. Oh, we got a helicopter over there. Excellent. That's quite nice. These can start moving forward. Maybe even all the way... Well, we'll let the supplies spread out first, before we move too far. And then these three can probably start repairing in Mexicali, because I don't see any enemy forces there. So it should be safe. Of course, I can't give a guarantee of it. So if we have a quick look at the money situation, we are definitely the richest one. The second one, the richest, is actually Malta for some reason. I have no idea why that is, but it is, for some reason. And then New Hebrides is the third richest, and then it's the United States. And actually Canada has dropped quite far down. They are actually the fifth poorest, or fifth most indebted country right now. They do have a population of almost 1 billion, though, which is quite respectable. If we have a look at the population, so Canada is the third populous, or most populous country. The United States used to be the first one, but we've captured a lot of their land, or a decent chunk of their land anyway, and then we took over. And then Canada has gained a lot of population, probably a lot of people moving away from USA, to be fair. And then China is, well, it's almost 1 billion now. Then after that is quite a bit of a drop. It's like 15 times less than what the Chinese have. Well, I think we'll keep a few units over here protecting the flank at least. So let's quickly pull back one other tank over there. Got a tank going over here. What I could do, I'm going to wait to see what that tank does. Also, we got some defenses in there. We've got some infantry moving over. So what I could do is I could move this artillery somewhat closer. Over there, for example. We lost a towed gun. I presume this is in Las Vegas. No, it's not in Las Vegas. It's over here. Why was the towed gun in there, though? Or was it AA gun? It was probably the AA gun. Yeah. Okay, well that was a bit unfortunate. And painful. Another thing that I should probably do is start setting up an offensive down here towards Memphis. Because that would be quite a nice location to hold. Although we can probably set up trenches over there to protect the crossing. Not to mention over here, we've still got quite strong air defenses, so if we take some land and if the enemy air force reacts, they will get shot down. For the most part, anyway. Now, we did land troops here. Good. Time to go to Montego Bay. We're going to go back to Cayman Islands and load up the units. So we're going to land a few more units over here. It's only 3 more, so it's a total of 9, but that leaves us 2 extras for combat, if need be, or stack and 2 extras. Let's just put it that way. Then unlost system in 5 days. Oh, it's another anti-aircraft weapon. It doesn't have actually, it does a decent range, and it also can fire on ground targets, especially tanks. It's going to do a lot of damage. Not a massive range, mind you. Big and do fighting. So it's going to be a nice unit to go like just behind the unit, so you can fire on the enemy air force, and if there's any tanks moving in, we can also fire on those. So I think we will have a use for that weapon. Oh, there's 1 garrison down. Second should be going down soon. And luckily these can keep on fighting for a while, so these are actually relatively good units for doing a landing like this, where they need to capture a town to actually get the supplies in. There we go. Montego Bay is pretty much fallen. We could bring in a ship down here, actually. And the Yugumos, which are bronze stars all around. I'll send you down there first. Lost a bit of territory, but that's fine. We'll hold on to that one until we get the reinforcements. You should probably load units over there. Oh, now you're going the other way around, but that's understandable. There we go, we'll capture a little bit of the sea around here. Of course, we do need to capture the... Is it the Spanish town or is it Kingston? Yeah, Kingston is the one that has the sea pier. Which it doesn't show in here, but I think it is on... Yeah, it should be over here. But sometimes it just doesn't render these. Which is a bit unfortunate. Ooh, future mechanized infantry is going to unlock new things. Not necessarily new units for us quite yet, but future military designs. And then there's going to be potentially some units at least, and more artillery. Actually, is there... That's multiple one that has pretty decent range. You can go across rivers. Okay, so that would be quite nice. If we can get that, is the problem. Is this... That is another artillery. 92 kilometer range. Ooh. That is quite impressive. And that's also 92 kilometers. I'm not entirely sure if that factors in the bonuses that we get from our tech or not. But nonetheless, it's quite impressive. You loaded up your troops, so let's go ahead and unload the troops over there. Do a bit of bombardment there. We got 4 units so far that are in perfect shape, and we just need to wait for the extra 3 to arrive here, and then we're going to attack here. Let these wait for a while. I don't think we have barracks or anything over here, so the repair speed is not going to be very high. They will repair over time. Very slowly. Right, so there's still the Canadian elite guard over there. Over here we got this, so let's go ahead and build a trench for extra defense. We've been building a lot of trenches over here, just in case. Let's actually get you over there. You over there. Step by step we are approaching further east as well. Agricultural prices too high, well, too bad. Iran still hates us, but we're supporting their not independence, their government. If we actually have a look at the provocation, we can see that Kurdistan, Canada, and Iran are the least likely ones to actually attack us. Everyone else is very likely to attack us. But if that happens, then it happens. But like at least we can kind of be safe that they are not going to be attacking us. It's going to take a long while for them to actually like us. But they might not be hating us anymore, more like disliking us. I think we could probably take the industrial complex here. It is 4 units. I don't think it should be fine. Actually, once we destroy those... Oh, well, that got shot back. They do give up quite easily now, which is rather useful. I suppose what I could do is I could bring this one in. Or this stack along the rail here. We can use the anti-air gun at least. Plus the infantry can help attacking the garrison. Oh, it's actually... Is it 2 guns? Yeah, it's 2 guns. Now we've got some fire in there. And we got the air defense system. Okay, so we should probably start building those. So over here, instead of building these, I'm going to build 1 copy of each still. And then after that, we're going to start building the unlock system. It takes less time to build. It's much less expensive. And takes less goods. And of course, the range is also much less. So it needs to be walking a lot more with the unit, but any target that is attacking us is going to get shot rather nicely. And it has a reaction time of a medium, whereas the Patriot has a low. Which actually, I'm not entirely sure which one's better in this case. Like, it seems like the Patriots have a really long time of waiting before they fire. Of course, they also have 1 extra combat time there, so that does mean that when there's a prolonged attack from the enemy, we should be able to hold on, or at least push them back easier. Of course, the medium or mid-air targets we can't do too much about. We can damage them, but that's about it. Let's get the guns behind there. Do have a few more infantry over here that we could move in over there. Then we've got the artillery. I shall move them to the next over there. We've got some crows over here that we could utilize. Question is, where do we want to use them? Suppose we could use them maybe on this front, although we got a lot of units over here already. So I think we'll just have you protect the front flank there. And future mechanized infantry has been researched. That should unlock at least something. Yes, future military designs. Relatively cheap tech, actually. Only 680 million, but it's going to take over 2 years. So it's definitely not a quick one. Next generation radar is going to unlock the mobile, or advanced mobile radar, which we could design. It doesn't have a massive speed, but it's high enough speed that it can kind of keep up with an attack. It has a good range of spotting things. So this together with some Patriots or something like that would actually work rather well for air defense. Now, are we... Yeah, we got the extra troops here. I think it's time for us to do a bit of a landing. Or rather, another attack, because we got the ships supporting here. They should be able to fire for a while. And I think this combat is going to go quite well. Alright, I'm going to pull one of the crows back. But already half of the enemy strength has been destroyed. Although they still can fire all 3 of the garrisons, but not for long, I reckon. Not for long. Lost a garrison. Oh, it's probably yeah, it's this one. Every now and then they activate the garrison in there, and it gets destroyed by the enemy garrison. I suppose I could send some troops in there to just push them back and go all the way to Joplin. I mean, we've got some units over here that could be quite useful for that purpose. Got some anti-aircraft guns over here. What I could do is I could send them over there, because I know that they every now and then activate that. If we have a bit more guns over there, we should be able to shoot down at least some of the planes. And you can move in closer. Did we destroy the garrison in here already? We did. Right, well, let's send in at least all 6 of these. We could probably send this one in as well. And with the help of the coastal bombardment, we should be able to do fine. What is our... Okay, unemployment is 7.6% still, so the inflation is more or less 0. Tax rate is about 11%. I have increased that at one point or another slightly. Okay, so that should go fairly well, I reckon. And upgraded infantry. Oh, soft target defense up by 20% is going to be really good for our infantry. Not for the crows, though, because the crows are hard targets. But it's still going to be quite useful. Well, let's gather up those in the town. I suppose one thing that I could do is I could just transport them over to Cuba to be repaired. Like, we've got a barracks over there. I don't think we have barracks down here, unfortunately. We could get one, but we don't have one right now. Oh, that reminds me, we actually have a crow there. I'll send you down to Santiago. But we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.